The 25th of May 2008, 10:30 p.m. Nashville, Indiana was camping with friends at a campground. We were sitting at the campfire and I was relating to my friends about the UFOs I had witnessed in the past. Soon after that, the object was sighted by myself and my friends. Object was bright white light in an oval shape moving rapidly, low on the horizon. Made no noise. Was first event of the night. I saw another UFO early Monday morning. I was lying in my tent alone. The top of my tent is screened in so I could look at the sky while lying in bed. I could hear a few other campers talking softly to one another. All of a sudden I heard a strange noise. It was a rattling type noise, but wasn't a jet, or a propeller. I knew what it was before I could see it. I knew it wasn't normal. I listened to hear if the other campers could hear or see it. No one made any mention of it. They probably dismissed it as an airplane or helicopter. Most campers were asleep at that point. I estimate that this was happening between 4 and 5 in the morning. The craft finally flew over me. I could see its lights through the leaves of the trees. It flew very slowly over my location. The lights were in a cross formation. Even though I could not see the actual craft, I knew the lights were all connected to the same thing. The lights were large and colored. I can't say for certain the exact colors. I have never seen an aircraft that large, with the same light configuration, flying that low and slow to the ground, and making that rattling noise. The strangest thing is that I knew I would see them that night. I'm not sure how, but I frequently experience such things. I'm glad I wasn't the only one that saw the first UFO. Many of my friends get uneasy when I talk about such things.
The 1st of January 2008, 12 a.m. Nashville, Indiana. My timeline was altered 2 hours in a near-death experience I had. It was like a core circle in my right shoulder, but only a pinhole on the surface. A BB-like object moved from the hole entrance to a new area near the elbow. It bothered me so much I tried to remove it with booze and a razor blade. To pinch it causes great pain, like being stabbed then burned. When I slit it, it jumped and moved a 1/2 inch from the cut. It drove itself down deep into my elbow and I could not remove it. That is just where it all starts. I can hear tongues from the Holy Spirit. Like Edgar Cayce, I'm in southern Kentucky. The living word. I have 1,000 pages of knowledge from the first human Emmanuel and his wife Lilith to the alien rapture. Adam did not have first wife. The Nazca lines are an airstrip for the future rapture and Mexico Christians. Isaiah 65:17. Emmanuel said, I will create a new earth and a new Jerusalem. Revelations 21 says, it is done, for the first earth has passed away. Emmanuel was Jesus taken out of Old Testament and Hebrew meaning. Later, Lord with us, was added. There are 23 other races of life. There are 22 to 23 types of humans not of this earth. There are 2 billion Earth humans living off Earth. It's one new Earth where it takes 3 days by their ships to travel. Also, Buddhists are being raptured where Shangri-La to Buddha. Emmanuel is king of Shambhala with 7 lesser kings and 7 provinces of the land of milk and honey. Exodus Buddhist Holy War Maharabhata Spaceship Vimana Jew Food Manna. Get it? That hell is a real planet blocked off from the energy of God. They are hungry ghosts, blue not red, and there are 2 lakes of fire. 2 books of God, the Book of the Lamb Rapture and the Book of Life, with the Day of Reckoning or the Bible Day of Realization is about giants or the Nephilim, and they describe 22 to 23 races of humans not of this earth. Satan was first human created. 23 races times 5 billion is 115 billion. There are 230 billion life forms in space. Greys are a massive race. What do they look like? Anubis, bird head god or jackal head god. 24 thrones, 24 gods. Jesus is the 24th Earth Elder or the first elder of the last race, the Omega race, an alpha human for the Day of Reckoning. Giants say Jesus has prepared 2 relief planets to rapture humans in time of need. The back of the dollar bill is a BIG, big, Holy Grail secret of the Freemasons. Egypt called Horus the Pyramid of Light or God within us. The Great Pyramid was created to place on top of an unfinished pyramid. God removed the humans, not the worth given to Jews and Moses to power the manna machine for 40 years in the desert. With the Bible, I can prove pillars are cigar-shaped spacecraft or flying scrolls. 15 times. 30 Greeks were correct about Zeus, the creator of 24 subgods with holy being like Buddha, alien that came through flesh. I know where Atlantis is 100%. Plus 100% I know of an undersea current and have proof Egypt used extrasensory perception plus the Holy Spirit to move rocks. This energy source is what the Hopi Indians called a web and the Nazis called vril. I have used this energy to rewrite history. We were never monkeys. We are the most advanced race in the universe. Now modern Jesus has advanced us to a soon-to-be new earth. Revelations 21. It has 2 suns and no sea. I have been given a night journey by God. I saw a dragon come out of sea. Palm tree Dubai is a Muslim dragon, marks like beasts. Gang tattoos, colors, stars. Watch Gangland TV show. Sea turns red, no dumb asses. Sea turns to blood of a dead man. Oil, dead man's blood. John saw oil. I went to hell. New earth. Shangri-La, Buddhist rapture planet. I met 2.5-story tall purple Buddha. He showed me December 21, 2012 starts the 7-year tribulation. World War III. 10 Muslim countries destroy the world through holy war and the palm tree dragon. I have rewrote Bible wrongs and second book of Revelations. I need a ghostwriter. Have one. I have 1,000 pages of Revelation. Please believe my story. I am not crazy and have proof of all. Name and number deleted. Pick out sayings in Bible but the meaning is lost. I have every answer. Quiz me. Garden of Eden. Satan had sex with Adam. Eve. Cain was son of devil and Satan is a snake right now. Jesus turned his ex-wife into a swine. Lilith. OR Legion. Rapture 2015, 2017. Armies of heaven are giants. War in Valley of Decisions. Megiddo.
The 17th of April 1981, 11:55 p.m. Morgantown, Indiana. On a very still, unseasonably warm spring night sometime between 11:30 and 12 midnight, I heard the sound of what sounded like large trees being toppled at a slow, constant speed. The sound was coming from our neighbor's woods, which is 800 feet down from our property, and was heading our way as it was getting louder and louder. We live in a heavily wooded area in southern Brown County and have enormous trees, just for the record. I woke my husband from a sound sleep and made him come over to the window and explained to him I had been listening to the noise for a while now. He was groggy and said he didn't know what it was and told me he was going back to sleep. The noise continued across our property and continued until I could no longer hear it. The next afternoon, a conservation officer stopped by and asked if we had experienced anything strange the night before, and before I could say anything my husband said, "I've been a woodsman my entire life and last night I heard something I have no explanation for," then proceeded to describe what he had heard. The officer said that there were several hundred sightings of a cigar-shaped craft hovering over a church camp, and a good friend later told us he was at a party in Nashville, Indiana, which is about 10 miles east of us, also in Brown County, and saw it hovering while out on the deck. After hearing what others had seen, I then realized that what had happened in our woods was actually the tops of trees being sheared off, and him talking large limbs. I could not see the craft as I was inside my house looking into pitch darkness, and there was no light coming from the craft. That same night, a teenage girl driving home from a church meeting almost wrecked her car when a large creature on 2 legs leaped across the road, only touching pavement once. This happened not 7 miles from our house. My husband worked with her father. This is a second-hand account which I cannot confirm as I didn't personally witness it, but according to my husband, the man was certainly not one to make up a story like that. I was told about this site by Dan Aykroyd and promised to record my account. The 30th of November 2011, 10:15 p.m. Trevlac, Indiana. Large bright light just above tree line, went dark and reappeared several miles closer, larger and brighter. Glowed for 5 seconds and went out like a light switch.